welcome to another episode of the D7 RTV. We're still on the Clio, and in the last episode you saw that we actually got a running, which was a massive relief on my part because I didn't know the history of the engine. All we know it was forged, the customer supplied it and we had to fit it. So the car's back up in the air again now. We needed to make a little amendment to the downpipe because when I stripped the turbo down I put it back in its original position, whereas that wasn't quite the case when I originally built the car. When I built the hybrid turbo, it was about 10 degrees out. So I've cut the downpipe, made a mark, I've rotated it by around 5 degrees, which is minimal. And it's just to clear the subframe so we can get the V-band clamp on. We spared you taking the downpipe off. You see now we put it on, so this is all something that you want to do if you're building one of these cars, is get the turbo into position what you're happy with, then make the downpipe to suit, and that was the case when we originally built the car. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run a beader weld with a MIG stainless wire around where we've tacked the downpipe in its new position. We know it clears the subframe, and let's go. That's the downpipe now welded up and ready to go back on. Should clear the subframe now. I did put a spacer up on the subframe to make sure that there was clearance. So there's little things to be mindful of, and it'll make your job a lot easier. So, winning. So this is what we mean by a quick release V-band clamp. Obviously you've got your Titan there. This one's an 11mm nut on the end, but once it's loose enough, pop, and then off you pop. So what I'm going to do is rotate this round up here with a bit of luck. And you want to make the two faces. These V-bands have got a male and female, so one sits inside the other, so you can't really go wrong. So when you've got the two faces mated together, you can flip your little tab over if she plays ball. It's fiddly, as I said, I'm on my own, so you need about 4 sets of hands. There we go, just like that. So that's holding the two faces together now. And slide it up out the way. Make sure it's not fouling on anything, which it's not, which is good, which means we've done our little amendment on the downpipe properly. Then we can just tighten it up. I mean, you don't really want to over tighten it. So be like that. Winning. And once you've adjusted everything, go around and do the back box. V-band, just tighten that up. Until it starts to go semi-tight, and then jobs are good. If I swing you through here, as you can see, the exhaust is nice and in the middle, like so. What you got now is feeding the shift linkages through, and you've got no chance of getting this bracket with the shift linkages on up and over the subframe. So you have to split the linkages from the bracket. So you've got a pin here and a pin there, so circlip. So take a marker pen and write right and left so you know what orientation they are, what side they go on. And then you've got the adjuster here, and you want to take a marker pen and just make a little mark for its dating point so you know where the adjusters have got to slide back onto. It can be a bit stiff, but hopefully with a bit of luck they play ball. Then we can mount the bracket on to the gearbox, feed the cables up and over the subframe, and then that's what you got, circlip. So that's one. That should pop out of there with a little bit of jiggery pokery, as they say. Got another one here. Another circlip. Then what you want to do is take your linkage, and you should squeeze down there, then pop off. And you want to do it one at a time, so you feed them back over the other end, over the subframe. That'll pop through there like so. Then what we're going to do is feed it up over the subframe. Let's get you in position. Just got to go up over the anti-roll bar. And you can pull that back down then. And get it in position. Right, now you've got this over the subframe. You want to feed the bracket through, like so. Then take your adjuster, squeeze the end, push it on, find your marker line, then push it up. Then you can feed the opposite side over the subframe. It's not the easiest thing to do, it's a bit fiddly. Try not to kink or bend it, otherwise you've knackered your cables up. Like so. Then you can feed this one through. Get you adjust it. Find your line. Crack the adjuster down. Slide her in position. Too much. fine margins, and close your adjuster back up. So if you ever get any slack on your cables, you can adjust these to suit. So then we can push our bracket back up to where it needs to be. And now this is easier to fold this back up and over on top of the gearbox. Just circle it. Get that in position. I'll do the same for this side. Put me on circle. Fiddly job. Get a screwdriver, should be one handy. Make sure it goes in its little guideline, like so. So you're back to where you need to be now. So now I can push this up and over, and it'll sit on top of the gearbox, and then I can mount it by using 3 M8 bolts. Winning. Right, so back in the engine bay with the linkages, the linkage bracket. You want some M8 bolts, about 30mm. This is a bit of a faff to get in here. Hopefully I can get one started. There's a lot of tension on the cables. We're building stuff. They don't exactly make Clio specific 20 valve turbo shifter cables. I mean, I suppose you can get some specially made, but I didn't. So it's a case of using what you got. Slightly did out. Hopefully this one lines up now. This one's a bit of a pain. I can't see. There's still a bit of movement in there. Just trying to get the thread to go. No idea at the minute if I got it or not. 2's not going to quite work. Can't get away with 2. We need a hat trick. If I undo them 2 a little bit, might give me some more wiggle room. I know they're in. Boy, you're not going in, pig. Tell you what I'll do. I'll try that one first. Got him. So that's one in. Hopefully the other two are a bit more gentle. That's two. That's three. Winning. Not going to get that with the gun. Let's nip them up. There's a gearbox bracket on. So now, hope you can see this through the bird's nest of wiring. This goes on there. I've got a really bad wrist. No, it's not what you think. Wrong wrist. That clips on there. And that clips on there, so that's the shifter done. Winning. So that's all the gear linkages and everything sorted out. Shifter's in. It selects gears. I need to faff around in that and try and set it all up properly because it's a new cable, so they all need to be adjusted. So now it's time to drop the drive shafts in. It's not really a difficult one, but it's a tricky one. No, I'm gonna lie, it is a bit of a tricky one. Got to drop the ball joint. It's been a while since I've been off, so bear with me. Right, so now all the drive shafts and everything are all in. It's almost back on the ground. You got a big void here, and this is for all the pipe work. And it is like the spaghetti junction of pipe work and wiring and everything, so we're going to pipe her up and tighten the header tank back up, and yeah, get everything buttoned up on this side. We need to redo this loom here. Let's cover that up a little bit. It's just stripped down for you guys so I can show you what's what with the crank sensor, I think it was, in the first video or second video, one of the two. But yeah, we need to make this look a bit more full. So let's get to it. episode. It's a bit of a funny one because I went to edit that video. I looked at all the footage I made during the build of the car. Went to edit and end up with 4.5 hours. So I have to make these little cut videos at the end because I sort of forgot. I mean, forgive me, but it is what it is. So you're going to end up with a few weird little cut videos at the end of the next couple of edits. So yeah, I might make 4 or 5 cuts with the 4.5 hours of footage, but at least you'll learn something. So on to the next one. Peace out.